She moved through the streets as if no one could see her, yet every camera caught her image. Every rented car recorded her presence. A mother, wearing a purple wig, carrying a child whose absence is felt in every unanswered question. Melodee Buzzard, a 9-year-old girl, disappeared from view, but the evidence suggests she may never have truly been lost. Her mother returned alone, changing appearances, shuffling boxes, crossing state lines, leaving behind a trail of confusion, suspicion, and fear. Every decision, every movement, every unexplained hour raises the same haunting question: what really happened to Melodee? Tonight, we follow that trail, exploring the clues that authorities are piecing together, examining the choices that brought this family to the edge, and the moments that remain shrouded in mystery. As we uncover these developments, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update in this ongoing investigation. Melodee Buzzard was only 9 years old when she disappeared from public view in October of 2025 in California. On October 7, her mother, Ashley Buzzard, rented a white Chevy Malibu and left with Melodee, crossing state lines in a journey that would soon raise alarm. Surveillance cameras captured both of them, yet neither appeared as themselves. Disguises were worn, wigs and altered appearances masking their identities, as if every interaction with the world was meant to be hidden. By October 10, Ashley returned the car alone, a detail that set off immediate concern among authorities and the public alike. Every question about those 3 days where they traveled, who they encountered, what decisions were made along the way, remains unanswered. By November, with no verified sightings of Melodee and no confirmed information about her location, she was officially considered an at-risk missing child, and the search for answers intensified. Investigators began piecing together timelines, reviewing footage, tracking interstate movements, and examining every detail, trying to understand a sequence of events that could explain why a child so young vanished without explanation, and why a mother returned alone, leaving so many questions behind. A new piece of evidence has emerged, one that has drawn the attention of investigators and the public alike. Surveillance footage, recently released by authorities, shows Ashley Buzzard wearing a purple wig, a striking departure from any appearance previously recorded in public. But this was not the only disguise. Investigators have noted that during the short span of this interstate trip, Ashley appears to have swapped wigs multiple times, altering her appearance with precision that suggests careful planning. Every change raises questions. Was the purpose to obscure her own identity, or was there a more calculated reason behind it? Perhaps the most troubling question of all is whether Melodee was truly alone during this journey, or if she had been hidden with someone else, carried along quietly, shielded from the cameras, the authorities, and anyone who might have noticed. While there is no confirmed evidence that another person was involved, investigators are considering every possibility, retracing each mile of the route, reviewing every frame of footage, and examining every item connected to the rental car and travel. The wig, seemingly simple, has become a symbol of mystery, a visual marker in a story where every detail carries weight and where every unanswered question deepens the urgency of the search. Why would a mother disguise herself, cross state lines, and return alone, leaving her child unaccounted for? Investigators and experts alike have tried to understand Ashley Buzzard's choices, examining a pattern of behavior that stretches beyond a single journey. She avoided school attendance for her daughter, failed to cooperate with authorities, and continued to move boxes under the watchful eye of surveillance cameras. Each act, on its own, might seem explainable, but together, they paint a portrait of secrecy and avoidance that authorities cannot ignore. Some experts suggest that fear of authorities, distrust of social services, or a desire to conceal her daughter could have motivated these actions. Others consider the possibility of desperation, stress, or extreme isolation influencing decisions that appear calculated yet emotionally driven. A person under such pressure may take measures to control every interaction, to hide details of daily life, and to ensure that no one outside their immediate control can observe or intervene. Stonewalling, evading investigators, and masking identity through wigs and altered appearances can signal fear, but it can also signal intentional concealment. Every detail of Ashley Buzzard's movements, the packing, the driving, the careful avoidance of direct oversight, provides investigators with insight into her mindset. They continue to analyze whether these actions were the result of panic, strategy, or something more deliberate. And every day that passes without answers only deepens the urgency of understanding what truly happened during those critical days. Investigators have meticulously retraced every step of the journey taken by Ashley Buzzard and her daughter. Using GPS data from the rented vehicle, authorities confirmed the route spanned multiple states, including stops near the Utah-Colorado border. License plate swaps, carefully executed during the trip, further complicated the task of tracking their movements. Each turn of the wheel, each pause along the way, left digital traces that investigators are now piecing together. Cell phone records have been analyzed to determine location pings, call patterns, and potential communications that might indicate who was present and what actions were taken. Hotel logs and financial transactions are being scrutinized for any hint of contact with other individuals, as authorities consider every possibility. Social media activity, too, is under review, offering a window into daily routines, interactions, and the context surrounding the disappearance. At Ashley's home, search warrants yielded physical evidence that adds to the growing puzzle. Boxes were moved, electronics were seized, and other items of interest were documented by both local law enforcement and FBI personnel. Each item, every piece of data, is a potential key to understanding what happened during those critical days. Investigators continue to connect the dots between surveillance footage, GPS tracking, and the physical evidence, constructing a timeline that may eventually reveal the truth. Every detail matters, because even the smallest overlooked trace could illuminate what has remained hidden for weeks. On the morning of Ashley Buzzard's arrest, law enforcement executed a warrant that led to her being taken into custody on charges of false imprisonment, a matter officially unrelated to the ongoing search for her daughter, Melodee. Bail was set at $100,000, a figure reflecting the seriousness of the charge, while also signaling the authorities' interest in ensuring her presence for legal proceedings. Officials have been careful to clarify that this arrest does not imply any confirmed connection to Melodee's disappearance. No evidence has yet emerged that directly links these charges to the child's whereabouts or safety. Yet, even without a direct link, legal experts note that such charges can create conditions under which a suspect may feel compelled to cooperate with investigators, potentially providing information that could assist in locating a missing child. As of now, no court proceedings have addressed any connection between the false imprisonment case and Melodee's disappearance. Authorities continue to follow standard legal processes while balancing the urgent need to gather information. Every step taken within the courtroom, every procedural decision, is being closely observed by investigators as they work to ensure that all avenues for understanding the events of October 7 through October 10 are thoroughly explored. The law, while impartial, intersects here with the human urgency of a child who remains missing, and every decision carries the weight of that responsibility. For Melodee's family, each day brings a weight that is impossible to measure. Fear, uncertainty, and the relentless hope for her safe return dominate their lives. Every unanswered question, every hour without news, deepens the strain on parents, relatives, and close friends. Their daily routines are punctuated by reminders of a child whose presence is missed at home, at school, and in the simple rhythms of life that most take for granted. Neighbors, too, have been profoundly affected. Shock and anxiety ripple through the community as people struggle to reconcile the disappearance with the familiarity of streets they once considered safe. The case exposes gaps in systems meant to protect children from the oversight of homeschooling arrangements to the challenges of monitoring cross-state travel. It reveals the complexities of coordinating investigations when a child crosses jurisdictions and the reliance investigators must place on timely reporting, digital tracking, and community vigilance. Beyond the immediate circle, the broader societal impact is clear. The case underscores the critical importance of missing child protocols, the necessity of public engagement, and the value of legal safeguards designed to protect the most vulnerable. Communities are left to grapple not only with concern for one missing child, but with the awareness that these systems, while extensive, are not infallible. Each unanswered question, each procedural delay, carries consequences that ripple outward, reminding everyone that vigilance, cooperation, and compassion are essential in the pursuit of justice and safety for children like Melodee. As investigators continue to unravel the events surrounding October 7 through October 10, questions remain that have yet to be answered. Could Melodee have been hidden with someone else, quietly carried along and shielded from every camera and witness? Every wig swap, every change in appearance, every alteration of the rental car's license plate raises the possibility that the movements of that journey were carefully designed to evade detection. Was Ashley acting solely out of fear, overwhelmed by circumstances and mistrust of authorities, or do her actions suggest a more deliberate intent, a calculated effort to conceal her daughter? Each scenario paints a different picture, and while none can be confirmed at this stage, they guide the direction of the investigation, helping authorities to follow every lead, check every location, and analyze every piece of evidence with precision. These remain hypotheses, not confirmed facts. Yet the questions themselves carry weight, shaping the understanding of a case that has captured public attention and the concern of law enforcement. Every unanswered moment, every unverified movement, points to the urgency of discovery. Every shadow on surveillance footage, every mile traveled on empty highways, every unanswered phone record becomes a critical clue in the search for clarity. The story of Melodee Buzzard is still unfolding, and while the path to answers may be uncertain, the pursuit of the truth continues, leaving no detail too small to examine. Melodee Buzzard's story reminds us of the fragile reality that surrounds every child. One missing child can shake an entire community, leaving families, neighbors, and authorities searching for answers that may not come easily. Every lead, every piece of evidence, every surveillance frame has the potential to bring clarity, to illuminate a path that has remained hidden for far too long. Investigators continue to follow these threads, piecing together timelines, analyzing movements, and questioning every detail with care and precision. As we watch and wait, hope remains central, a hope that Melodee will be found safe, that the unanswered questions will eventually be resolved, and that her family can find some measure of relief. The search is ongoing, and the story continues to unfold. By staying informed, by observing the developments carefully, we participate in a collective vigilance that honors the seriousness of this case. Subscribe to follow updates on this investigation, and join us as we continue to uncover the facts, one step at a time. Every development matters, every clue has weight, and together, we can remain attentive to the truth as it emerges.